Next up is substitute function. It is used to substitute a particular string with another string in the selected text. For example, to rectify the spelling of student, we type is equal to substitute select the text in which you want to change the strings, comma, input the part of the string that you want to replace. Always remember to put double quotation marks while mentioning strings. We want to change B to D. So the third parameter is what you want it to be changed. You can see the text student is now student. Same thing can be done in sentences also. For second row of the table, we can update the score in the sentence from 38 to 95. So student 1 scored 95 marks in science. In the third row, we can change the text science to English. Important thing to note here is the word science is case sensitive. If you make the S of science small, it will not be able to recognize the same. You can also note in the formula column, we have written the formulas, but these formulas are not returning the values. In this cell, you can still see the formula written. To do this, we have used a single space in front of the equal to symbol. It is because of this space, Excel is not calculating the actual value of this formula and showing this whole thing as a text in the cells. If I remove the space and enter, you can see that the formula will be calculated and the value of formula will be shown. So in this way, if you want to show the formula to someone without calculating the value, you can just add a single space in front of the equal to symbol. Next is the upper and lower function. These functions simply convert the entire input string to upper or lower case. For this, we type is equal to upper and select the string. You can see that student 1 string is now completely in uppercase. In the next cell, we will use lower. And you can notice that the S of the student, which was earlier uppercase, is now lowercase. To completely fill the table, we select both the cells, go to the bottom right corner and double click, and the entire table is filled. After this, we look at the length function. Length function returns the length of the input string, that is, it returns the count of characters including spaces in the string. So for example, in the first cell, we have student 1 written. Student contains 7 characters, then there is a space, and then there is a numeric 1. Total, it contains 9 characters. So we will now use the length function to see how many characters does this actually have. Len and then we select this string. You can see that this length function returns the number of characters including the space in between. We can extend it for the other strings. You can see that the next string length is 11. You can manually check if Excel is giving us the correct answers. The last set of functions we are going to discuss are left, right, and mid. Left function will help us select a particular count of characters in the string from the left. In this table, we have QR code values which consist of three different parts. One is the year of manufacturing, which are the first 4 characters of the QR code. The last 2 characters are the group of that product, and in between there are 5 characters which represent the product ID of that particular product. To segregate these 3 parts from the given QR code, we first use the left function. To apply left function, we start typing left, select the string, comma, type 4. This will return the first 4 characters of the selected string. You can see that the first 4 strings, that is 2018, is returned by the left function. Right does the same thing. It just starts the counting from the end of the string. For example, here we want to get the right 2 characters of the string. So we type right. We select the string and then type 2. You can see the right 2 characters have been returned. Mid is like left. Only difference is that you can change the starting point for the count. For example, if you want the 5th to 9th characters from this QR code, you type mid, select the string, give the starting point, which is the 5th character, and then give the number of characters. Here we want 5 characters. You can see that the middle 5 characters are returned by this mid function. We can select these 3 cells and double click on the bottom right corner to complete this table. Like I told you in the previous lecture, all the textual functions can also be found in the Formulas tab of the Excel menu. I would recommend that you go and explore these other textual functions also. That's all for this lecture. See you in the next one.